So I'm a science instructor here at MATES. Yeah, so each week we're in the field. We have a field bus primarily for my class every Wednesday. The other field science classes are scheduled other days. So today we are covering, in class lately, we've been covering waves, wave energy, and tracking storms like hurricanes and short and long period swells. So today was a great opportunity since we have Hurricane Umberto and Imelda off the coast. We're getting bombarded by wave energy from those storms, hundreds of miles away. And then we also had this wind event from that weather system. So it was great for them to be on the beach, seeing that in person, to be able to really kind of experience the true intensity of the storms, because most people go to the beach when it's calm and nice, and they don't get to see the true, intensity of the ocean, especially when it's angry. Also, we needed to restock our tanks a little bit, so we went and tried to collect some fish species and other species that are going to be used for a teaching event also at the end of next week called Student Summit. So it was kind of multifaceted, doing different things. Bring bucket over. Oh yeah, we got some silver sides in here. Let's get those in the bucket. Under the pipefish, yeah, good. Buckets. Yummy, hurry up. All right, we need some hands. Check through that, make sure there's nothing over there.
Yeah, I got you.
French fries. Can I grab this guy? Yeah, little shrimp. These are good for Student Summit, gang, so we need to collect them. Yeah, pick that guy up. Yeah, I think he's one of the guys that can play. Oh, he might have sucked the hurt. This is sea lettuce, yeah. Sea lettuce. Yeah, overlap too. The deeper you go, the more fish you get.
I'm Dr. Amy Williams, and I am a high school science teacher here at MATES. I teach marine biology, aquatic ecology, and advanced oceanography. And then I'm also helping out with the research class. I'm the research advisor for the freshmen, and then also help with some of the senior research projects too. So we have seine nets, which are big long nets that the students have to wear waders or just go ahead and get wet, and they go out into the water. They take that out into the water, move it around, and catch all these fish, plankton, anything that they might be able to catch in the water column. We also have plankton tow nets, which catch the really small little things that are in the water columns. We take our other types of testing equipment. We have a DO, which is dissolved oxygen. Students get to use all these chemicals to try to see how much oxygen's in the water. So they get to use chemistry, they get to use physical nets, they get to get out there and actually see what's in the environment that's there. Clubs and activities. So I'm actually president of the New Jersey Marine Education Association. I'm also on the board of Alliance for a Living Ocean, which is a local nonprofit organization that looks at sustainability and future uses of our shorelines. So I was the president of that about 10-15 years ago, right when Hurricane Sandy came through, and now I'm on the board as their education committee. I'm also on the board of Save Barnegat Bay. So being able to plug into those other networks that are there in our community is super important. It helps us to get kids to be able to go out and do internships. They get to volunteer. I'm also the advisor for Interact, so I end up working with the community service projects, and we go out and volunteer in a lot of different places. One we have coming up is Operation Halloween with the Rotary and the Boy Scouts. So it's lots of ways that we get our students to not just learn this in school and just be isolated, but this is how we're using it in the field. This is how the communities care about it. This is what government and different policies need to know in order to make their rules and regulations.
So I really feel like the hands-on experiences kind of make the educational experience top-notch, because they're able to go out and use their hands. They're able to think on their feet. They're observing. We're taking what they learn in class and applying it in the field, and it brings it to another level, because they're able to make that connection. And plus, they get out of the classroom. They get to utilize the outdoor classroom quite frequently. And I believe that for me as a teacher, I love it, but the students themselves, they really get excited because they get to be outside and they get to go. So we have a lot of beaches, a lot of coastline, we have a lot of estuaries. So I feel like we have such a dynamic environment because you could be on the beach and then, you know, an hour and a half later, you could be in Philadelphia or, you know, New York City. You could be up in the mountains in a couple hours. So we really have this, especially New Jersey as a whole, we have this unique ecosystem here. And then in terms of being by the beach, I mean, we, you know, especially Mates, we're so close to Long Beach Island. We can literally take the bus over to the island, do some field studies, and it's just nice to be in that environment. The area that you're standing in right now was in the ocean prior to 1984. This was those houses that we parked right along there. All these were oceanfront. Could you imagine that? For environmental science, we go out into the woods. We can go out to Warren Grove into the Pygmy Pines and explore there. So we were really close to everything. I think Ocean County has a great diversity. We have a lot of protected land as well through Forsyth Wildlife Refuge programs. And that really helps because we have areas that are never going to be touched and built on. And that's really special because we see a lot of overdevelopment. We've seen a lot of impacts from our, you know, overdevelopment on land and our water bodies. So I feel like the ability for the students to understand that and see that in person and see those protected areas versus developed areas and understand the impacts and study them and look at water quality analysis and all these other factors, it really does kind of make the connection. And also what I feel like these hands-on experiences and what they get here at Mates is also being stewards of the environment, because they typically can go through 4 years of high school and not get the understanding of what it's like to live in this environment, how to protect it, to make it better. And now that they get to see it, they get to pull all the fish out, they get to walk through the woods and understand the pure beauty of it. And then now they can say, wow, I have a connection, I want to protect that. And I feel like that really goes a long way. And I would love to see that in more schools, because I feel like going outside and experiencing that and giving them that opportunity is super special. And I feel like it goes a long way.
So I teach the Advanced Environmental Science, which is actually an embedded course. They receive college credit through Richard Stockton University. I've been teaching this course for, I guess, 20 years here at Mates. A lot of the projects that we do are kind of ongoing projects where, you know, we'll go out in the field, we'll collect data, we load them into our databases and look at, you know, those change over the last couple decades. Do a lot with soil science, a lot of dendrology with trees, you know, just kind of like stepping it up in terms of what we try to accomplish here.
I feel like at Mates too, we give them other opportunities. We don't have any sports here, so they go to their home schools back for their sporting events or band or whatever it may be. So we provide a lot of clubs and activities, other outlets for them. Like I run a fishing club, and we go on fishing trips and we learn fishing techniques, and it's really special. And I get a good group of students that want to learn more and want to go out and always encouraging me, when are we going again? When are we going again? So that's always a lot of fun. We run an Envirothon team, me and Adam Sprague, and we've been doing that since we started here at Mates, and it's super special. And we've won the state competition multiple years, and then we've gone to national events. And I've taken so many groups of students all over the United States as well as Canada to these national competitions, and that really is special. So I think we do give the students other opportunities. There's other great clubs as well that we have at Mates for the students to get involved in.